Good morning. Welcome to a very, very special Trekfast today. Now, I have bad news and good news. Unfortunately, my co-host and good friend, Corey Pace, cannot be here today. He is feeling very sick, and he's upstairs right now in the bathroom, taking care of it. It's ugly, it's smelly, and he's not going to be able to be here today. But we do have a very, very special guest. I'm just going to introduce him. Here he is, Lieutenant Sulu.
Hello. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great this morning, Sulu. I'm so happy you could be here with us.
What a fantastic morning.
I don't know if you've seen Trekfast before, but we're big fans of yours.
I'm a huge fan.
You're a huge fan?
Yes. As you can see, I've brought my own breakfast.
You did bring a breakfast. Why don't you show the camera what you got? What did you tell them what you got there?
I have a baker's breakfast.
Okay.
It consists of a cinnamon roll,
Yes.
a croissant,
All right.
and a plain bagel.
Plain bagel. Wow. Sulu loves his carbs, right?
Sometimes you gotta carb up, as they say.
Does that help with your driving of the Enterprise?
It does. A healthy mind helps a healthy ship.
Oh. All right. Cool. Well, thank you for traveling back to the past to come and eat breakfast with us. It really means a lot.
Thank you for inviting me, Michael. Yes,
Of course. And have you seen the Sulu meter? I'm sure if you're a big fan of Trekfast, you must,
I'm a huge fan.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Well, if I can get a quick interview in with you before we go.
Of course,
I have
Mike.
a few questions for you. And it's really upsetting Corey can't be here because he's a big fan of yours, too.
That's okay.
We'll try to get you guys to meet up after the show before you leave. I know you're a very busy guy.
I am.
So,
Oh, my.
we made the Sulu meter because we felt like you were one of our favorite characters, but we felt like you were not around very much in the first season. There was like a few episodes that focused on you, and then you were gone for a while.
Yes,
And
yes.
the second season. And that's why we made the Sulu meter to count how often you were in the third season. So where were you in those first two seasons? Where were you up to?
I was very busy learning. If you'd like to know what I personally was doing was at Starfleet Academy, training a little bit.
Okay, what were you doing there?
Also, learning how to fence better.
Oh, yes, you're a big fencer. We
I
learned that
am.
In the episode The Naked Time, we learn you're a swashbuckler at heart.
Do you know why it was called The Naked Time?
Because you got naked in the episode?
I wanted to get completely naked.
That was your idea?
Yes, it was.
It was called The Naked Time because it was you wanted to get naked in the
I
episode.
wanted to get completely naked.
And they wouldn't let you
my.
get totally nude.
They said the shirt was enough.
Well, if you want to get naked today, you know what? I'm not going to stop you.
I just might.
Right.
Don't tempt me, Michael. Oh, my.
A lot of good information from Sulu. So for today for breakfast, I'm having I think it's a toasted poppy seed bagel from Bagelicious. If you remember, if you saw last episode.
Delicious.
And I got a new cream cheese today, though. It's Spanish olive cream cheese. Really good.
Oh, my.
All right, today we're doing season 3, episode 15. That is. Let that. Yeah, you want to say it too? Sorry.
Let that be your last battlefield. Sounds riveting.
It just sounds so poetic when you say it.
I was in it.
And you
Hopefully
lived-
I'm in it.
We'll see. All right, let's go.
Yes, let's. Oh, I remembered something. Kirk, or Shatner, as they call him, was very drunk in this episode while we were shooting. Oh, my.
Our mission to decontaminate. Mr. Chekhov, an estimated time of arrival for Arianis?
Boo, Chekhov.
You don't like Chekhov?
No, I don't. He would snicker every time I said something during shooting. I thought he looked like a little Russian monkey. And he's not really Russian.
They are.
Yes! Oh my, the meter goes up. Aha! I love this show! Thank you for inviting me.
No. But that's all they have left. All Factor 2, Mr. Sulu. Set course for Starbase 4.
Bravo. Encore. They chased each other forever. Oh. What a wonderful episode.
Do you remember that experience? Was it?
I do. It was. I was very afraid when they started grabbing each other and turning pink.
How about you give
electrocution?
Yeah. How about you give a recap to our fans while?
Well, as you can see, there was a lot of confusing things happening. No one knew why the ship was was going haywire. All of a sudden, the little chess piece men, as I call them, they would show up and they ended up hating each other. And for the record, they smelled very bad. They smelled very, very bad.
Okay.
And they were angry, and they a lot of I was controlling I was piloting most of the time, so I was in the control room most of the time. But we had to trick them into almost blowing up the ship. We had to activate the destruct sequence.
Yeah, that was a tense scene. The Kirk was bluffing he was going to blow up the ship if the guy didn't didn't release his control over it. Can you tell me what was going through your mind at that moment? Did you think you were about to explode?
A part of me didn't know, and a part of all of us didn't know. None of us have seen the destruct sequence, of course, and we thought Kirk might have been bluffing a little bit, but I was so frightened.
You must have been frightened.
I was just a little bit.
That was scary.
Not as frightened as the spinning centrifuge of blades, though.
Oh, yes,
my!
Yes,
That was frightening.
Where we learn your greatest fear is like a vortex of knives.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't even utter the phrase.
Yes, I noticed. Yeah. You wouldn't even use a knife to cut your bagel and stuff.
Just whole.
I did it for you. Yeah.
Yes. Usually is so, but thank you for operating that horrible. It's giant. The knives you have here.
Do you want to give a review of the episode, Sulu?
I will. I love this one. I love this one a lot. I like how political it is and how engaging it is.
Yes. There's a big allegory for racial tension.
And how destruction is imminent when logic is thrown out the window and
when
petty differences
when
are
people revert to violence, they got to learn to talk it out, and that we're all really the same is really one of the messages too.
Exactly. Oh my, I love this boy. But I will say, the best part of the episode was me.
Yeah, you were really good at this.
I was in this one.
Yes, you were.
I had the virtual boy, and it was fantastic. By the way, it doesn't work. It's just a piece of plastic. I didn't mean to rhyme, Michael. Oh, my.
It's all right. I like this episode a lot, too. Oh, what are you going to rate it? How many,
Of course, I'd have to give this one 5 out of 5. Bagel croissants and cinnamon
rolls. Wow, you had a big breakfast.
I did. Carbs in the morning.
A 5 out of 5. Oh. Wow, of course. I liked it a lot, too. It was a really, really good episode, Like you're saying, there's a lot of racial tension between these two aliens who, one was white on one side of his face and one was black on the other side of his face, and the other one had it switched and swapped, so they both hated each other.
So silly.
And then by the time they were trying to argue, they both were from different factions on their planet, and they hated each other, and then by the time they got back, the whole planet was dead. It was really dark and dismal. It
was a grisly scene, though.
Yes, grisly and dismal, and it was I think it was a very good ending to the episode. A lot of these episodes, I think, if you go back through our reviews, we're like really into them, and then we don't think they stick the landing. But this episode, I think, ends very, very well.
It does, with no corny joke, I might say.
With no corny jokes, just a serious ending that kind of enforces the message they were trying to give.
Yeah.
I did like the pink fight you were talking about, Sulu. They're the two guys that are on the Enterprise the whole episode. They're very powerful. They have these energy blasts and they have force fields. And there's a moment where they're fighting and they're both like energy glowing. It's pretty cool. I also like the moment that we were talking about, Sulu, where Kirk was about to do the explosion. There's lots of quick cuts to everyone's eyes. It looks really neat.
I just remembered that.
Yeah.
That I forgot because I was not involved in the very
They didn't get all the way into your eyes. Yeah, why don't you give our camera a big, nice close-up of your eyes to make up for it? Here you go. Let me help you out a little
Yes.
bit. There you go.
Computer.
Right there.
Start destruct sequence. A-1/my lips.
All right.
Activating.
Overall, I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it a 5. Also, you know what? I'm gonna give it 5 poppy seed bagels with Spanish olive cream cheese. Really good episode.
Bravo.
All on the Enterprise. One of those ones, but there were so many interesting things happening, and
You can do a lot on the ship, and also
a lot
I'll
of visually
be there.
interesting things, a lot of emotionally interesting conflicts and political debates. It was good. Very good episode.
Wonderful episode.
I'm so happy you came by today, Lieutenant Sulu.
Thank you for having me, Michael. It was wonderful.
Would you
being
come
here.
back another day? We would be honored.
I just might have to.
Hopefully
this
Corey-
place is wonderful.
I'm glad you like it here.
Hopefully your other co-host can be here.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. I'll go check on him soon. Make sure he's all right.
Have a great morning.